Hello, this is 447, and this is my review of the THZY Wireless Optical Mouse. It's currently available on Amazon. The link to the item on the Amazon storefront is down below in the video description, so make sure you click that. Also, down below this video is my table of contents. You can click those little blue timestamps so you can skip ahead to whichever part of the video you want to see. Just be careful not to skip over the entire video or you won't learn anything. Also, while you're down there, I'd appreciate it if you please click the like button before you forget. Also, click the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Now, this is not the first review I've ever done. If you click that icon up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you can see some of the other reviews that I've done. So, there's a lot to talk about here, so I'm going to jump right in it. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy. So this mouse is currently available for $14.65 on Amazon, and it is currently eligible for Amazon Prime. Now, the way it works for most electronics is the price will fluctuate a little over time. Usually, the price will slowly decrease as the months go on. So by the time you're watching this video, this mouse will probably be cheaper. So just keep in mind for that. Also, keep in mind that most sellers on Amazon sometimes have sales. So you might be able to get it for much cheaper than that. Now, as I said, this mouse is eligible for Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, I highly suggest you get it. If you are the type of person like me who orders from Amazon quite a lot. Amazon Prime has a whole bunch of different benefits, but one of them is the fact that you can get 2-day shipping for free, and you can get 1-day shipping for $4 or less. Usually, the faster shipping methods charge you a lot more, but the Amazon Prime allows you to get 2-day shipping for free, 1-day shipping for $4 or less, and this is eligible for Amazon Prime. In fact, I think almost all the products on the THZY storefront are eligible for Amazon Prime. You can see the link for the item on the Amazon website down below this video in the description. So click that link down below this video in the description, and now, as far as the price go, I think this mouse is worth it for the price. It's not actually very expensive. It's pretty cheap. There are mice out there that are much more expensive than this. You can pay upwards of $100 or more for some of these fancy mice out there. This mouse is pretty cheap. It doesn't have a whole bunch of fancy stuff, but it has everything you need, as I'll talk about very soon. So, there are a large number of features that we can talk about this mouse. First of all, there are 3 different DPI settings. There is a toggle button right below the scroll wheel where you can switch between the 3 DPI settings. There's a low setting, a medium setting, and then a high setting. I mostly keep mine on the medium setting. That's pretty good for what mostly for the stuff I do, but if you may need to turn that down or up as you see fit, you can do that. I haven't seen any problems with that so far. One thing that this mouse does have that's mysteriously not mentioned on the box or on the website is that there is a power-saving sleep mode. If the mouse is not doing anything for about 5 or 10 minutes, I don't know the exact time, I haven't timed it, but it's about that time, then the mouse will automatically go into sleep mode. It won't turn off completely. You can awaken the mouse from sleep mode by simply clicking on any of the buttons, and the great thing about that is that when you awaken the mouse from sleep mode by clicking, it will not register as a click on the computer, so you don't have to worry about accidentally clicking on something just because you want to awaken the mouse from sleep mode. So that's very nice. It helps save battery power when you're doing stuff that doesn't involve the mouse, like you're watching movies, watching videos on YouTube, where you don't need the mouse anyway. So that's great, and you don't get any accidental clicks with that. And speaking of accidental clicks, this mouse also has a browser forward and back button, and I love the way this mouse does it. With a lot of other mice that try to have forward and back buttons on them, sometimes the buttons are positioned in such a way that you accidentally click them while you're doing something like watching a YouTube video, and you accidentally click the button and it goes back in the browser right you were in the middle of watching a video and say, "No, I accidentally clicked the button, I was right in the middle of a good video." Well, with this mouse, I haven't experienced any accidental clicks of the forward back button. None whatsoever. Absolute zero. These buttons will correspond to the browser. I haven't tried them on a large assortment of browsers, but it does work with Internet Explorer, and it did work with my version of Firefox. You can simply click these buttons, and you can just click these buttons instead of clicking the arrows in the upper left corner of your browser to go forward and back pages. These buttons work just as well. They work just fine. The thing is, I sometimes forget to use them because I'm so used to clicking the forward and back buttons, because I normally don't use mice that have forward back buttons on them. But this mouse, it's pretty good. Also, the forward and back buttons do require a little bit more pressure to activate than the other buttons on the mouse. The other buttons, the left, right, and middle mouse button, they click no problem. It's effortless clicking. But with the forward and back buttons, you do have to put a little bit more pressure in order to get a click, which is good, in my opinion, because it helps to eliminate accidental clicks, so it doesn't take you back or forward away from a web page that you're trying to read. So it helps to ensure that when you click it, it's because you wanted to, not because of some sort of mistake. So that is a big plus from me. This mouse will work on a multitude of different surfaces. However, you have to understand that not all surfaces are created equally. The mouse can work better on some surfaces than on others. Me personally, I actually found out the mouse works a lot better when it's sitting not on my mouse pad, but on the desk, with directly on the desk, with nothing underneath it. So it's nice to experiment with different surfaces and see which surface worked best. My mouse pad comes with a cushy wrist rest, so I just turn my mouse pad upside down and just put my mouse right here on the desk, and that's pretty cool because it actually saves space. I don't have to have my big bulky mouse pad sitting there. So make sure that your surface you're using it on is clean and everything. And if you do have problems with the mouse, try using it on a different surface, and that could work. That could work differently for you. Also, there is no disk. You don't have to download a disk. You don't have to go to some website and download any drivers or anything like that. The disc is fully plug-in. The mouse is fully plug and play. You simply plug the included receiver into any USB port. Make sure the batteries are on. Make sure the switch is turned into the on position, and you can immediately start using the mouse. So it's pretty effortless in the setup. Also, the scroll wheel. One thing I note about the scroll wheel is that it does have ridges to allow for easy rotation. Not all mice have that, and sometimes your finger may slip on the scroll wheel. Not with this mouse. Scroll wheel has pretty good grip with the rubberized ridges. This mouse is super easy to set up. It doesn't require a disk. It doesn't require you to go to some website and download any drivers or anything. You simply take the USB transmitter that's included with the mouse, plug it into your USB port, and poof! You can immediately start using the mouse. And as far as user interface software goes, it really doesn't have an interface. on your computer. The only software it really comes with is its onboard DPI switcher. You can use the button to toggle the DPI to 3 different DPI levels. You have a low level, a medium level, and a high level for your DPI, and you can toggle them with simply one press of that button. Other than that, it's not a fancy mouse, but it's not, it's not a $100 mouse, but it has everything you need. It has pretty much all the software that's required for a mouse like this. I definitely believe that this mouse is worth the price, around $14 or $15, or even cheaper if you're watching the video. This is a pretty good mouse that excels where other mice that are in the same price bracket fail, and on multiple counts. I definitely think this mouse is really good for browsing the internet, watching, YouTube, doing whatever it is you do. It works great. The browser forward and back buttons ensure that you don't get accidental clicks. The scroll wheel is very nice. I haven't encountered any slippage on the scroll wheel. Would I recommend this mouse for gaming? Maybe. The thing is that this is not... This mouse wasn't designed specifically for gaming. This is not a gaming mouse. You can use it for gaming. Me, personally, most of my games actually are recommended for a controller. A gamepad. Games like Batman and Skyrim, stuff like that. Those games, you're mostly supposed to use a controller for them anyway, unless you use mods to make it easier to use a keyboard and mouse. So I use a controller for that. I have played a few kind of casual arcade-style games with this mouse. I've been playing a lot of Puzzle Quest. I had it on the Xbox. I bought it on Steam. I've been playing Puzzle Quest with this mouse, and it works just fine. I haven't encountered really any problems with it. It works just fine. The only thing is, though, if you're a lot of the next-gen games, especially the AAA titles, World of Warcraft, and the big games, a lot of them, you're going to be better off getting a mouse that has all the extra features like customizable buttons and maybe some customizable weights, so you can get accuracy and stuff like that in your gaming. This mouse was not designed for gaming. This is not a gaming mouse, but I too like gaming with this mouse, and it works just fine for that. This mouse, it doesn't have a whole bunch of extra expensive features, but it does have everything you need. So that's why I think for the price, this is a pretty good mouse to use, and pretty good for it's okay for gaming. Of course, it depends on what game you have. Again, some games you would do a lot better if you had a mouse designed specifically for gaming that had the customizable buttons and stuff like that. But this mouse is pretty good for the price, and I think that I would recommend this mouse over some of the other mice around this price that I've used. So that's my final thought. I would recommend this. I would rate this mouse 9 out of 10. At least it's really good, and it has all the features that you need. Not much to be said about that. So those are my final thoughts on the mouse. I hope this video helped you make an informed purchasing decision, and thank you very much for watching.